Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello student, good morning.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, Miss.
Okay, how are you today, student? Are you feeling good?
Yes, Miss. I'm feeling good.
How about you, Miss?
I'm good also. Thank you, Hannah, for asking. And student, are you ready for learning today?
Yes, Miss. I'm
ready.
ready.
Okay, good. So before we start the class, let's pray together. Pray, begin. Finish. Okay, student. Now let me check the attendance first. And who is absent today?
Everyone is coming, Miss. No one absent today.
Alhamdulillah. So because everyone is coming, now we can start the class. Let me share my screen. Is my screen appear now?
Yes, Miss. I can see your screen.
Okay, student. What is come in your mind about when I say living things?
It's something that life on Earth, Miss.
Yes, exactly. Hannah, a living thing, it is something that alive. And can you give me example? What is living things?
It's human, Miss.
Good. What else?
And it is animal, Miss.
Yes, nice. Anything else?
And plant, Miss.
Good, Yuli. That's right. The example of living thing, it is human, animal, and also plants. Now, let's see. I have a question for you. The question is, plastic bottles, jug, and jar or tube are living things. It is true or false?
False, Miss.
Hannah say false. How about another student?
I agree, Miss.
And the answer, it is false. Plastic bottles are non-living things. And next, it is second question. Fish is living things. It is true or false?
I think it's true, Miss.
Okay, Yuli, what about another student?
I'm agree with Yuli, Miss.
Okay, let us check. And the answer, it is true. It is fish is a living things. And the last question. It is fire. Fire is living things. It is true or false?
I'm not sure, but I think it's false, Miss.
So do I, Miss. I think it's false.
Okay, let me check. The fire, it is non-living things. And it is already 3 questions, right? And now, let's observe this. This is a picture of student, and this is the paper. So, what is living things and what is non-living things? Can you see the differences between them, between student and paper? Let's say the student, it is Hannah or Yuli, and compare with the paper or a book.
May I, Miss?
Yes, Yuli?
Book is not a living thing, while student is a living thing, Miss.
Okay, good. Can you give a reason why you can say book is not living things and student are living things?
Because students can move by themselves, while book cannot move by themselves.
Okay, good, Yuri. Uh, Now, can you differentiate between living things and non-living things, student?
Yes, Miss.
Nice, thank you, student. And next, it is about the objective of this learning. In this learning, student will be able to mention 7 characteristics of living things after discussion. And the second is students will be able to explain the meaning of living things and non-living things after the discussion. And the third is after the discussion, student will be able to describe the characteristic of living things and the differentiate between plant and animal. And next is after the observation, student will be able to give example of living and non-living things in daily life, and student can make a mind map of the characteristic of living things and the different characteristic between plant and animal after the discussion. And also the last student will be able to present the result of the mind map of the characteristic living things and the differentiate characteristic between plant and animal after the discussion. And now uh, we start the class with a group discussion. Group 1 consists of your Hana and Lily, and group 2 is consists Sina and Fazla, and group 3 it is Bilbil and Valin. Please rename your Zoom name by adding the number of group before your name. It's like, for example, 1_Yuli, 1_Hana, 2_Faza, and 2_Pina. Have you done?
Yes, Miss.
Okay, good, student. And previously, you have known that the differentiate between living things and non-living things is by their movement, right? Now, please find the other 6 characteristics of not of living things, and I have a clue. This clue is the 7 characteristic of living thing. It should be follow Mrs. Grant. Okay, before that, let's start the discussion. You can read the book or you can discuss with your friend in your group. Any question before I open the breakout room?
No, Miss.
No, Miss, it's clear.
Okay. Group 1, any difficulties?
No, Miss, it's fine. No, Miss, it's fine.
You can find the other of characteristic living things by read the book
Yes, Miss.
or by your friend.
We already find some of them.
Okay, good. Just continue it and I will check another group, right?
I think for R is respiration because we breathe, right, Yuli?
Yes, I do think so.
But I confused with the S. It will be S4.
Maybe it's sensitivity.
Oh, oh, I see. Yes. And the other, I think G for growth and R for the next R for reproduction.
Yes, I agree with you. But how about the end? I have no idea about the end.
What will be and I think it's nutrition because we need nutrition for growth. What do you
I
think?
see. Have you found the E?
Not yet. I will find the other resource. Maybe I cannot find. Have you find Yuli?
I read its excretion. What do you think?
I think it's right because we excrete the waste from the body, like sweat or
Um,
faces, right? So we wait for Miss Nisha close the breakout room, right?
yeah, we have done all of the letter.
Okay, group one finish.
Yes,
Yes,
Miss.
Miss. We already
Okay.
finished the.
Because all of the group finish, now we will move to the main room. Hello student, because all the group finish, now let's fill the blank mind map. It is filled by your answer. The first of characteristic living things, it is movement. It is have done discussed before, and now next is the second characteristic. Who want to answer?
May I, Miss?
Yes, Hannah. What is
Yeah.
the characteristic?
Yes, the second I think it's because the previous is show air, so I think it belongs to the respiration, Miss, because we breathe.
Okay, good, Hannah. Respiration. It is true. And next, the third characteristic. Who want to answer?
I Miss.
Yes, Yuli.
I think S stands for sensitivity because non-living thing. I think it doesn't have sensitivity.
So the answer is sensitivity.
Yes.
Mm, and yes, that's good. The answer is sensitivity. Maybe next another student. Valin. Okay, Valin say growth. Yes, true, Valin. And next, who want to answer?
May I try, Miss?
Yes, Hannah.
Because I think it's reproduction, Miss.
Okay, good, Hannah. And there is two more characteristic. Who want to answer?
I Miss.
Yes.
The two last characteristic. I think E stands for excretion and N stands for nutrition.
Okay. Two. You answer two characteristic, right? And it is excretion and also nutrition. Good, Yuli. And student, good job for all of you. Now we already know that living things must have all the Mrs. Green characteristic to be classified as a living things. And the main differences between living things and non-living things are the movement, respiration, sensitivity, growth, reproduction, excretion, and also the nutrition. Now, I will give you 15 minutes to observe 10 objects in your home and identify by their characteristic. You observe the object in your home And when the object it is show the movement, you can checklist the column of movement. And I will give you worksheet first. I will send it into chat Zoom. It's the worksheet appear.
Yes, Miss, I can see the worksheet.
Yes, this is the observation table, and this is the name of object. You can write the 10 of the objects, and when the first objects show about the movement, so you can checklist the movement, the column of M. And when the object 1 show the respiration, you can checklist also the column R and sensitivity for the column S, and for the growth in column G, and reproduction in column R, and E for the excretion, and N for the nutrition. So in the last, you can conclude the object it is classified as a living things or non-living things. Can you understand about this observation?
Yes, Miss, it's clear.
Okay, now you can start the group discussion, and I will send you into a breakout room again. Please join it. Group 1, any difficulties?
No, Miss.
It is clear enough.
Yes.
Okay. I will check another group, right?
Julie, do you find any object in your house? I think I find the non-living things one. Most of things in my house is non-living things.
Yeah, it's so many.
Maybe cat and my kitten, it's living things, and also my mother, my father, my sister.
Yeah, I also have a cat.
So I have 4 kitten and 2 cat. Also my parents and also my sister. So I found 9 object of living things in my house.
In my house, there are me, my parents, my sister, and my nephew and my niece. So there are 6 person and 1 cat.
It should be 10. Or as from 10. I have write it. Is it already for 15 minutes? But Miss Nisha still
Hello,
doesn't
group
open.
1. Can you find the 10 object? Or there is no?
I'm only find 9, but it's 2 kind of object like human and animals miss in my
Oh, I
house.
forgot plant.
Yeah, I have also plants, so I think I got.
Okay, good job. Good job.
Yeah.
Good. Group 1. And because all the group finished, now let's move to the main room.
Miss, you still mute your microphone.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, guys, because all the group already finished, all of the group, now you can collect the worksheet into the Google Classroom, right? And I have shared the link into group WhatsApp. The due it is in 12.
All right, Miss.
Okay. Now, student, let's continue in our discussion. Now we have a question and answer session. The first is about the movement. Why do living things move? Anyone want to answer? Why do living things move? For what?
To find food, Miss,
Yes, good, Hannah. And next,
and for the shelter.
yes, another student, maybe.
For finding maths.
Yes, oh, it is good. And this is, for example, why do living things move? The first is to find food, the next is to shelter, and the third is to find mates for do reproduction. And also, the function of movement in living things is to keep the body is healthy. Can you imagine when the living things is can move, so we can do anything because it is not move, right? And the next is about respiration. Do plants also respire, or how do plants is breathe? Anyone know?
I'm not sure, Miss. I think I don't know.
How about another student? Can you give the opinion? How do plants breathe?
I think the plants is to respire, but I don't know how do plants breathe. I mean like that.
Okay, student, plant it is also respire. The process is return give out carbon dioxide. It is done like humans and animals. Plants do not processes any specialist structure for exchange of gases. The process it is named as cellular respiration. Respiration the cellular respiration takes in a place named as mitochondria, and the cell is in the presence of oxygen, which is called aerobic respiration. In plant, there are two types of respiration. It is dark respiration and also photorespiration. And dark it is occurs when it is night, and the photo it is occur when it's the light. So it is in the day. And next it is about sensitivity. Do you think plant also sensitive?
Maybe yes, but I don't know about the mechanism. Yes.
Like animals, plants also have sensitive into stimuli. It is plant can be detect and respond to the light, gravity, changes in temperature, chemical, and also the touch. And for example, it is Mimosa pudica or Putri Madu. It is will close their leaves when it is touched by our hand, right? And next, it is about the growth. Do all the living things grow?
Yes, Miss. All living things grow and develop.
Okay, Hannah, can you give me example of growth?
When our hair, maybe when our hair become longer, Miss.
Yes, good, Hannah is right. An example of grow, it is when a child gets older and becomes to develop. And another example, it is when our hair, it is become longer, and the seeds of the plant, it is grow, become a plant. And also the human, for short, become taller, it is also a grow. And next, it is about reproduction. Why do living things reproduce? Anyone know how living things need to reproduce?
To get the offspring, Miss.
Yes, good. Hannah, reproduction, it is important for us as living things because reproduction is strategy that used to ensure the continuation of a species, and without the production, so there is no spring, right? And next is about excretion. Why do living things excrete?
It's to remove waste product from our body, Miss, from living things body.
Okay, good, Yuli. The answer is correct. The main function of excretion in living things is to remove waste product from our body. The products such as carbon dioxide from our respiration, and for also urine, and also the sweat, it is must be removed for our body. And next is the last, nutrition. How do plants produce food? Anyone know
No
how
idea,
do
Miss.
plants produce food? No? Okay, I will explain. The plant make their own food by a process called photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is a process used by plants and other organisms to convert the light energy into chemical energy and stored in the form of starch, which can be used later by their own. And this is the last for Q&A session. So student, I will give you 5 minutes for break time. You can drink or you can go outside to get the fresh air.
All right, Miss. Thank you.
Hello student, welcome back to class. And now let's we continue our discussion. And let me share screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes, Miss.
I have this effect shield and I will send it into your Zoom chat. Can you open it?
Yes, Miss.
Okay, good. And now your task is to complete this mind map by your group. It is you can find the answer, it is by read the fact sheet. And if you have any difficulties, you can ask me by chat Zoom, or you can chat in the group, right? Did you understand, student?
Yes, Miss.
Miss.
Group 1, any difficulties?
No, Miss. We have finished.
Okay, nice, group 1. Just stay in breakout room and I will check another group. Okay, student, because of the group finish, uh, please representative of group 1, group 2, or group 3, can you explain the answer of the mind map? Group 1, maybe? Can you be volunteer for explain the mind map?
Yes, Miss. Should we share the screen, Miss?
Yes.
All right. Can you see my screen?
Yes, Yuli.
It's the mind map from our group. Maybe Hannah will explain first.
Yes, I will try. So for the first characteristic of living thing is growth, and divide into two. Its plants grow in all direction, while animals grow on the fixed shape. And the second characteristic is reproduction. For the plants, it from the seed, and for animals, it can they can produce egg or give birth to babies. And the third is respiration. For the plants, it is consists of leaves that produce and need carbon dioxide, and also for while for animals is produce the carbon dioxide, and and for the organs, it's lungs, skin, and gills. And next is excretion. For the animals, is the waste is carbon dioxide, and water vapor. And also for the plants, it also carbon dioxide and water vapors, and also nitrogen. Maybe the rest of characteristic of living will be delivered by Yuli.
Okay, for the next characteristic is movement. In plants, the movement is fixed because they cannot move, and then for the animals, it move from place to place. And the next is nutrition. In plants, they make their food by own self, and for animals, it depend on the plants. And then for the sensitivity, plants use its root and its leaf, and animals it has sense organ similar to human. Maybe that's all from our group, Miss.
Okay, thank you, group 1. Thank you for Hannah and Yuli for the present the main map. So student, also the mind map, you can collect it into the Google Worksheet. So wait, group 1, can you share the screen again about the mind map?
Oh, yes, Miss.
Okay, student, uh, for all of the group, okay, if there is different answer, who has the different answer? Group 2, group 3, or it is the same with group 1? You can give your opinion. Oh, I think all the group is the same. Okay, thank you, group 1. You can close your screen. Okay, student, because the limit of the time, so who want to give a summarize for this meeting?
May I try, Miss?
Yes, Anna.
So living thing maybe must have all the MRS, GREN characteristic like in the screen, and is so when the living thing have all characteristic, they also classified as living thing. And for MRS GREN, it's for M belongs to movement, R is respiration, S sensitivity, for G is growth, the R reproduction, and excretion, and also nutrition. Maybe that's all from me, Miss.
Okay, thank you, good Hannah, for your conclusion. And so, student, based on Hannah said that living things must have all the MRS, GREN characteristic to be classified as a living things that are movement, respiration, sensitivity, growth, reproduction, excretion, and also nutrition. And also, you have learned previously that uh, the differences between all the 7 characteristics itself from plant and also animal is different, right? And you have know it. Okay, student, anyone want to ask something, or it is something not clear? You can ask me.
No, Miss. It's clear.
From me, it's enough.
Okay. If you say it is enough and it is clear, so be ready for the next week. We can do the quiz for this lesson. It is about 7 characteristics of living things. And student, also I will remind you, don't forget to collect the worksheet in a Google Classroom until 12. Can you get it?
Yes, Miss.
Okay, good. And if there is something to clarify, let's discuss blessing Hamdulillah together. Alhamdulillah. Amen. And student, for the next week, after the quiz, we will discuss a new material, new chapter. It is about cells, so you can read the books before we start the class. And student, thank you for your attention. Thank you for your of the participation and activeness. And see you again in the next week. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Miss.
Thank you.